All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Miami Dolphins. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On first down, it's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw on second down is Darnold. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's got Kurz. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes it seems like a tough world out there. Many thought Sam Darnold would go number 1 overall to the Browns, and he fell to number 3 to the New York Jets. I think he fell to a great situation. He gets to go to New York with a rebuilding team, take over the job right then and there. And while many were expecting Broadway Baker Mayfield, instead they got sudden Sam Darnold, and I think the Jets fans are going to be very happy to have him.
Now a play fake here on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Robert Quinn in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
All right, here we go.
Here's Darnold now on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that's complete to Wolford. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. No, check, Patriot. Watch it now.
Now a run. This is below. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominant.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Bilal Powell, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up first and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Let's go. Second set.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Here we go. Let's go. Hustle, fellas.
On first down, Drake. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go. Hustle, fellas.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Let's go. Hey. Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
On first down, Tannehill. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go. Hey, 20. Ready, hot.
Tannehill on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, here's Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Dez Bryant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. On first down, Darnold. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Cameron Wake in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener. Adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A second down run for Abdullah. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
No. Check. Patriot.
To throw is Darnold. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Raekwon McMillan in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Now to try the Jets field goal, Cairo Santos. From the left hash, this from 39. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill being chased out left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin. It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. And there's a nice catch by Mike Gesicki, the rookie out of Penn State. And, partner, you saw him when you were covering Big Ten football. He didn't block very many people, but that's not what they asked him to do. They asked him to go downfield and catch the balls we just saw there. Yeah, absolutely right, and he can do it with the best of them. And how about him in his high school video? Did you ever see any of that with him dunking basketballs and spiking volleyballs? His athletic ability is off the charts. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either. Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively. Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one. Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right? Not one that I've ever met.
Leopard! Gone! Detroit!
From the end zone, here's Darnold. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Watch it now, Barney.
On first down, Abdullah. And an able to run. And blocked down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Set. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
They go back to Abdullah on first. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Leopard.
Play action. It's Darnold. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Leopard.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Looking deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, T.J. McDonald, getting in there to break that one up.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, and now he pulls him over. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So now here come the Dolphins. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Now Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. There you go. Where we at? Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Here's Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Atlanta. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now let's go!
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. The linebacker, Stephon Anthony, with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. Let's go. Get set. Hip, hip, hip. Ready, hunt.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Bryant. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking. Everyone come forward. Go, go. Go.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now it's Lucky Whitehead on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Wake in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Drake will start the drive on the ground, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Quick. Here we go. Tag.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Whitehead, the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Trying to lay one up. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Darnold from the red zone now. And it'll be intercepted. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. Anunwa, the intended target. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. The left side here to Bryant. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Tannehill hands to Drake, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Hard throw, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. New York set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And they'll mark him down right around a 9, just shy of the 10. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
To throw is Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Watch it now, Barney. Over.
They run for it. Here's Powell. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. They go play action here on first down.
This is where you need to rely on your offensive line, and you tell the
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by T.J. McDonald, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Throw left side complete. That's Bryant. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Hey, 20.
On first down, it's Tannehill. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And his pass incomplete. Morris Claiborne, the former #1 pick of the Cowboys there defensively.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Hey, 20.
Play action. It's Tannehill. Rolling to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. This is caught at the 20. A big play. Tannehill to Parker. 46 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again is Tannehill. That is incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Here's a run with Balaj. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there. That's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. They've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they finally break through on 3rd and goal? Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And now here is another interception. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. He was looking for a Nunwa there. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A very solid gain of 27.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, 20. Go.
Tannehill going to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Avery Williamson in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. On play action, Tannehill. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Dolphins, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everybody.